yeah, why don't you talk to a girl at the grocery store? I'm like, what the, do I look like a creep? I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink. I'm not fucking cool, all right? Melissa, you know, God didn't give me hype for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm already a problem.
If you had it.
You know?
She's not that into you, no, I don't know why, but she's not that into you.
Is it okay if we talk about Bakersfield? That you live out there?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Most girls that live in Bakersfield still have LA in their bio.
For a little bit, I was kind of like, to this day, a lot of people don't even know I live there.
Girls that live in Bakersfield usually still rep LA. I'm glad that you're not like that. You know, I think it's a young thing.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying you're not young, but it's an immature thing. Because girls want to be like, oh, yeah,
LA.
I fucking eat at Nobu every day and I don't pay
But
for
those-
it.
Yeah, but those are.
And I take a
different
picture of
types
the dinner and just show the hand. It's always
First date, kind of nervous.
yeah, it's yeah, first date kind of nervous. It's always a tatted hand with the rollie, right? A trappy ass fool. Damn, can't
Passenger princess.
yeah, we can't compete with those guys, man.
I don't know.
Dude. The reason I can't compete with trap dudes is because they have more time. They're out here making 50K in a week and they could chill after that.
They got all the time in the world.
What's your type?
I like romantic guys, but
So
I don't feel like they're.
does occupation matter? Looks, height?
No, I'm a lover girl. I'm such a lover girl.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
You know
The
what?
best of the best.
You know,
Scale.
I've never informed myself, or actually, okay. Here's a better thing to say. I've never heard bad things about Libras.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it. We're the best of both worlds, the good and the bad. Like we're equally. We got a little bad traits, but a little good traits. And it's
Right.
a good mix.
So what are the bad traits? Because you know, when you Google your zodiac sign, it has the
Right.
positives and the negatives.
We're very stubborn.
Yeah.
Very stubborn.
And in what sense?
We're very stubborn.
So can it work in a positive way too? Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking get this shit done.
Yeah, no,
I'm gonna get it
definitely.
done. Hell yeah. Are you like that? Like do you apply that in your professional life?
Yeah. I feel like I love to motivate and inspire as it is, like in general, especially like social media. That's like my little thing.
So I came across Melissa Raya
Ra.
at a Raya.
Raya.
Oh, my bad.
Ra.
See, I was filming with my boy earlier, and his name's Malik, Malik. You would think it's Malik, right?
Right.
No, it's Malik.
Malik.
Yeah.
There's different pronunciations.
Yeah. And just my friend, her name's Gina, but it's not. It's Gina actually. I'm kidding.
Vagina. I'm just kidding.
I met you at a mixer in LA, right? But we had met before.
We had met before.
Where did
but
we
it's
meet?
like years back. You were DJing. I was with one of my good friends. I was doing skits with them actually.
Who? Wait, I'm all jealous. Who?
Right. Jimmy
Why not me?
and Rico.
Oh, wait, Jimmy, what?
Jimmy.
Urban Kings?
No, he's from Ventura, back home.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember. It's been like years back. You were DJing and you invited us, and then I brought my friend. It was cool. We got to go see DJ. It was for New Year's.
That's
I
crazy.
forgot where it was though.
Dude, people have great memories. Everybody's my
It's a
memory.
blessing and a curse for me, honestly.
Yeah,
I have such a good memory.
My buddy has there's a term for it. I forgot what it was.
There is a term.
There's a term for it, and it's like, it's healthy, but it's not.
Right.
Because it could
Yeah,
be
no,
traumatic.
it is.
You
It
remember,
is.
right? But you could also
Story
be
of
like,
my life.
I parked in L4. That's
Yeah.
where I parked. L4. How do you remember that shit?
remember
I have
what
a
you
photographic
did.
memory. That's
1920, April 21st. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
That's how good I am.
That's
You got to keep the receipts.
And you wait, hold on. No, you being like, no, let me dig into this.
Okay.
You being like that, do you think you take tabs on little things and kind of keep them?
I'm a very observant person in general. I might not say something
That's crazy.
good and bad. So it's like for my friends, something that they like, their favorite color, like little details too. Like I'm so big on like little things. So then I pay attention. Oh, I remember she liked this. So then
Yeah,
like
I think it's important for guys to be big on little things.
it is.
Fellas, take notes.
I think in general, pay attention because the little things matter to a woman, guys. They really do.
Right.
At least for me too. Like I said, I'm a lover girl. So
That's why I matter to a lot of people.
yeah.
Because I'm not that tall. I'm kidding. Look, so you know what? I've said this before on the show. I've said it where I think guys lack, I want to say the new generation kind of lack the detail
Very much.
on things. And fellas, that goes a long way, bro. You want to keep her happy. If you remember, she likes fucking, sushi. Let a couple of weeks pass by and just roll up to the crib with some sushi or set something up. Men lack that these days.
They do.
Like, I don't know. Would you ever settle with anything less than a chivalrous man?
I wouldn't say settle, but I feel like I've dated a romantic guy before. One of my long-term relationships, he was very romantic. So he definitely set the bar high.
Why didn't that
Like
work out?
Paying attention to the little things.
He did
Because-
something wrong.
I don't know, maybe because we were young.
Yeah.
It got toxic at some point. Okay. It got toxic at some point.
How old were you guys?
It wasn't.
And how long was it?
I started dating him when I was 18.
That's young.
And we broke up, for 5 years? We dated for 5 years.
5 years is a long time. 18 to 23?
Yeah, 18 to 23.
Man, that's a long time.
But like I said, romantically, he set the bar really high.
Is he from your hood, Bakersfield?
He's from Oxnard.
Oxnard.
So I'm from Oxnard.
You're
but I
from-
live in Bakersfield now.
Oh, shit. She just likes being in the farms, dog.
Right.
Damn. They call it Oxnard Boxnard.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, because there's nothing else to do out there but fight. Fucking cholos.
But I'm not a fighter.
No.
I didn't grow up in that.
No.
But I hear every time I mention Oxnard,
Yeah,
Colonia,
Fernando Vargas.
805, this. I'm like, I didn't grow up that way. I don't know. I'm a girly girl.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, location right now. Do you think location plays a big role on dating?
Definitely.
When I think of Bakersfield, I think of small town vibes. It's such a small town vibe. Like, if a girl's a hoe out there, we're gonna know
The
who
whole
she
town
is. The whole
is
town
gonna
knows.
know.
We're gonna know
They're
that
gonna
fucking
know.
Dirty Debbie
They're not going to know.
has done Dallas. Yeah, has done everybody. So, I mean, I don't know. Does that change the dating scene out there?
I don't know. I don't really go out like that, honestly. Like, I don't in that town specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard a lot of things now that I've been there for a while, for a few years. It does get
That's crazy.
bad rep for sure.
So I try to give the homies game in this show, coming from the source,
Right.
the women. What do you think is the ideal perfect date?
It just depends on what the vibe is. But I'm a pretty simple girl. I just want everything I want. I'm just kidding.
You know what? You know what I can't stand, and a lot of girls have said it on the show is
What?
It's okay. We don't have to do anything special. We can do tacos and it's fine. Stop. If a man
You think
takes
they're lying?
if a man takes you out for tacos for the first date, are you gonna be cool with that?
Yeah. I've done it before.
And
I
you
have.
go to your girl and be like, yeah, we had
I'm
tacos
not-
don chente.
I kid you not. People don't believe it because obviously we're stuck in this social media generation. I really am like a simple girl. It doesn't matter.
I believe you.
I'm not
because
kidding.
you actually are okay with saying that you live in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Everybody that I meet in Bakersfield, when I go DJ out there or do stand-up comedy, any girl that I meet, well, I'm from LA too.
Right.
I'm like, cool, where you from?
And I'll be honest with you. At first, I didn't say it. Not because I'm like, oh my God, I'm ashamed. But it's just like, I like to be more of mysterious, private person. And I also didn't know anyone. When I first moved, didn't know anyone. But now, it's been a few years. I got to meet such great people. Some of my best friends are from there. And I
Nice.
can't complain. I love them. They've been better friends to me than my past friends from other places. LA specifically. You can't really make good friends in LA and it sucks.
That's crazy.
And that sucks.
Why do you think that is?
Because everyone's fake. Most of these girls, no offense to anyone, but they're gold diggers or they're such bad friends. You think that you want to, have their back and suddenly they stab you in the back, or you want to do something nice for them and then they have a whole agenda going on.
I've seen that a couple of times.
So then I just that's why I stepped away from LA and I just try not to really.
I used to work at a strip club in LA for 5 years, Sam's Hofbräu.
Okay.
That's where
Sounds
I met you,
fun.
where you were stripping.
Yeah, right.
I
was
we're
there.
kidding. We're kidding. Girls are girls, and I don't want to separate strippers from girls that don't strip. But
Right.
girls are girls. But these girls are strippers from LA,
Right.
So they're top tier. What you're talking about,
Right.
And I've seen it firsthand. Where I'll be talking to a girl, and it's like a movie. What? Fucking Diamond is stupid. She's a fucking hoe. Every time customers clock in, then she just fucking walks up to them. And she stole my customer the other day. And then Diamond comes up, hey, what's up, girl? I miss you. You look good. What the fuck? I've seen that.
I've seen it too. Like I said, I pay attention to everything. I see how people are in front of you because I've worked nightlife too. Bottle
Oh my
service.
God,
Yeah.
you've seen
I've
guys
seen
take
it
different girls every week.
Yes, I've seen when guys have a whole girlfriend or baby mama at home and they're out with some other girl. I've seen it all.
Oh,
You get
so
to
that
see
made
a
you
lot
more
of things.
tainted, huh?
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially because, like, obviously we also get stereotyped. Oh, you work nightlife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're this, you're that. You're probably out here with different guys in your DMs. Oh, you're popular on social media, so you have X, Y, and Z, or you have a roster. But I'm like, I'm really don't.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I'm such a chill girl.
Dude, I forgot about that. You
But
really saw it from that
trust
angle.
me, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And I'm just like, I just want to be loved properly. Literally. That's always been my thing. I just want to be loved right. I don't care how much money you have, as long as you treat me right, provide, protect. Like, I want to feel safe. That's literally always what I've said. I just want to feel safe. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much.
Are you single right now?
Yes, I am.
You're a beautiful
that.
woman. Why you choose to be single, obviously.
I choose to be single, but I would want a relationship. You know, I've been in relationships before, long term. Obviously, it didn't work out. But now that I'm older, I've learned from it now.
You know what I think that scares a lot of men, and I've heard it on first dates myself. When girls, ladies, you know, I love that you guys know what you want, but when you guys say, I'm dating to marry, like on the first or second or third date, it's kind of scary.
It scares off guys. Yeah.
It scares off guys for sure.
It could be both ways. You can certain things you don't say yet till you actually get to know them. later
Yeah.
on. But
no.
yeah, you don't say that.
Yo,
You don't say
I've
that.
been on dates where they'll be like, I'm dating to marry. I'm like, yo.
Do you want to have kids? Like, let's get married tomorrow.
Like, yo, I'm just trying to hook up. I'm just like, no.
And mostly that's what happens. All they want to do is hook up.
Yeah, guys are dogs, man. I can't stand them.
Why? I want to ask you that question. Why are men dogs? Why? Especially when you have a good girl. Like, why does it have to?
Okay, I'm going to talk in how I was before and how I am now.
Okay.
All right, because they're two different people. Yes, the early, 20s, I can't even elaborate on that. I was in my 20s and I'm a
Right.
guy. I know that sounds bad, but I'm being honest.
Okay. Why?
You
But
know?
why is that an excuse? You're not the first or last. I hear a lot of guys always say, "Well,
'Cause-
I was young."
Well, because guys, our frontal lobe don't develop till we're like 43 or some shit.
Okay, girls are young too, but a girl would be considered a hoe. I can say that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. A hoe if she did those things. But a guy, no, it's natural. It's normal.
Right.
It's okay.
What do they call that? A double standard?
Yeah, it's such a double standard. You see how they don't have an
a
answer?
politically correct answer
They
for
never
that.
do.
A politically correct answer for that, but I mean, we just and I say we because I'm a Latin man, and and this probably like the inner machismo in me, like, you know what I mean? Like we just
Those are the worst.
And,
If
and
they're
I'm not,
machistas, girls run.
and I'm not like that. I'm not.
And they're short. I'm just
And
kidding.
they're short, and they drive big trucks to make up for it. Damn. But you know what? They have really big hearts. I think that guys, they're not politically correct.
Right.
And I'm not
see-
speaking for all men. I'm being honest.
You see how he's stuttering, guys?
Yeah.
He doesn't
no,
have the answer.
I'm stuttering
they
because
never have the answer.
I'm being honest about not being politically correct.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
a lot of us, and I say us because I've said it before, and I know that it's not right because I have common sense. Yeah, it's okay if guys do this and that when they're single.
Right,
When they're
right,
single. Let me get
right.
that out of the way. But if a girl does it, she's a hoe. It makes sense, but it doesn't.
Right.
And I shouldn't even say that it makes sense. But I mean, because we just expect, because we all put women on a pedestal, like women are, they're God's gift. They're up here.
They're supposed to be up here.
You know what
but
I
you
mean?
have to meet her up there too.
100%. And you know what? Okay, so let's get to that. Now more than ever, I meet them up there. Well, fucking 42, I better. You know what I mean?
Shit, at this point.
But here's the thing though. There's 55-year-old men out there that are still doing their thing like that,
It's true.
And I strongly advise men to get that shit out of your system single. Be single, don't hurt anybody.
Right.
Get that shit out of your system. And then, when you find a nice woman, then be cool, man. Be chill. Be chill, because karma's real. The world only turns one
Karma
way.
is very real.
And if you end up being with a girl and you're out with the boys and you have a couple of drinks or whatever the case is and you cheat, you hurt somebody, it's gonna come
And
right
it
back.
affects a person man or woman. It affects them very,
Yeah,
very
and now more
negatively.
than ever, mental health is very important.
Very, very important.
Very important. Oh
I
my.
vouch for that, definitely.
Huh?
Depression, all of that is not worth.
How did you know
the
when to
pain.
walk away? Are you the one that walked away?
Yes,
How did you know that it was like, all right, it's a wrap?
I was losing my mental health.
Yeah.
Literally, that's why I think it's so important. I lost weight. I stopped eating. I was crying all the time. I was like, I was going through it bad. And this wasn't even like while we were together. This was after. Like he wanted to
Oh.
get back together, and I was just like, you know what, like. And I tried to see if we could do that, but like, no.
Did he
It's
cheat on you?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
But
shit.
people always ask, yeah, like, did he cheat? No, he didn't cheat on me. He didn't put any hands on me. Like I said, he was a good guy. He really, really was a good guy. He set the bar high romantically, rose petals, flowers all the time.
Yeah.
We had a long distance relationship after like the third year or so. He was still.
How far
very-
was the long distance?
So Oxnard, Bakersfield.
Was that 2 hours?
Yeah. So that's 2 hours.
Damn.
Yeah. And he would go see me, like, even if it was just like for an hour.
Oh,
He would
that's
go see me
That's real.
after work,
that's
after
real.
a long day at work. And he was a good, like I said, he was a good guy. I still think he's a good person. I have nothing but love and respect for him. It's just, and I'll take accountability too. I wasn't the best girlfriend either.
I told you
So-
Libras are toxic.
We're not toxic, but I was a big brat at some point.
Well, you're young. That's young. They
Also-
say that the frontal lobe for a woman develops at 25.
Right. You see, yeah. And after we broke up, that's when I started actually thinking what I did wrong. And I'm like, okay.
Did you at one point ever want him back?
Yeah, I did. I was like, maybe at some point we'll rekindle. And no, I just let it go. I was single for 3 years. I was celibate also,
Boring. Uh-huh.
right? No, yeah, it's true.
That's
It's,
good. That's
for
good.
me
I respect
personally,
that.
it was easy, but I actually took my time to heal.
That's
I did
good.
therapy. I
'Cause
did it.
Girls are just as bad as guys, man.
can be,
Sometimes they
no.
go on a rampage too.
They can. No, I've
Came
I've heard
across. I've
stories.
been a little rebound myself without even knowing, bro. Like the next day they're like, oh yeah, I just got out of a relationship.
Right.
So I kind of needed that. I'm like, whoa, easy. You're using me as a fucking rebound,
Right.
you jerk. You're worse than a guy.
Hey, I don't condone. I don't support it fully, but I understand why the roles are reversed a little bit. Or you guys have put us girls through the mud. Like,
True.
yeah. So now girls are taking over. They're like, oh,
I see that.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Damn,
Better.
easy.
But like I said, not me. Not me. Not,
Oh, with their hand, but like
Not
I said,
me.
not me.
not me.
What do you do for like in the environments that you are right now? What you do for fun? Do you think you could come across somebody that you might hit it off with? Because the club is not it.
It's definitely
You know what I mean? I don't know. Even a Dodger game is probably not it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't like. Where do you find these people? Right? Like he's wearing a Dodger shirt. My boy is like, hey, bro. I go to a church in Hollywood, bro. There's all kinds of bad bitches. There's a lot of influencers too, so you can network, bro. You collab with them, and I'm like, yo, are you going to praise God or fucking ass?
Right. So he's going there for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Are you hanging out these days? I know girls are really big on restaurants now.
Yeah.
Is that what you and your
Yeah.
girls are doing? Like,
We love to just get dolled up and go eat. I'm a foodie, so
oh, I could tell.
I love to
Imagine.
eat. I love to eat.
Right. So
Give me
you
some
think
In and Out. Give me some tacos. But also, we like Javier's. We like trying new restaurants. I love it for the vibe.
where do you think is a good setting to meet somebody, possibly meet somebody?
I don't know. It's hard.
It
These
is.
days, it's hard. It's
It is,
really, really
and
hard.
it's been brought up.
That's
like,
why I don't date. I don't date.
and it's been brought up like, yeah, why don't you talk to a girl at the grocery store? I'm like, what? Do I look like a creep? What?
Through the aisle, following her.
No, and even at the gym, no. Kudos to the dudes that approach girls at the gym.
You
I
think
think
it's
you
creepy?
have, right? You have.
I think it's. Well, you think it's creepy? I don't think it's.
I mean, for a
creepy.
girl to have to take off her AirPods and be like, what was that? Or for you to be like, do
Right.
this. And they're like, huh? That's a little,
Right.
and I'm not even an awkward dude. I could talk to anybody.
Right.
But I also like respecting personal space.
Right.
And when somebody's in the zone, So if I go up to a girl and I'm like, hey, you gonna use that weight? I don't know what the fuck to say.
True.
And she'll be like, what? You want to go on a date? I was like, no, but I wouldn't like. I remember one time I genuinely wanted to ask a girl that I thought was attractive about her Apple headphones, but I was like, yeah. So if you're at a gym and you're sweating and you don't feel sexy at all, and you're in the zone, you have your AirPods on. Of course, there has to be little pockets where you know when to talk, right? Would you be okay with that if it's a guy like saying, "Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to tell you that you're beautiful."
When guys bother, or
she's trying to be selective with their words,
right? It's because when they ask you, "Oh, are you still using this?" That's when I'm like, "Ugh." So yeah, I can see why when they approach you, it does kind of bother you a little bit. Because I'm like, I'm just trying to work out, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like,
but the thing is
how they approach you too.
No, Melissa, babe, like, look, I'm gonna see this person again.
Right.
We go to the same gym.
Right.
You know? So that's kind of weird for me.
Right.
So, like guys, you take risks, like what was your riz when you approached a girl at the gym?
You can find your gym bae at the gym. You don't know.
Well, all right, what was your riz, Cubs? What did you do? What did you say to the girl?
Just went up to her and just was like, hey, I think you look good in that outfit.
Fucking risen. I'm gonna call you the Risley Bear, bro.
Sometimes you gotta
That's it. And what was her reaction?
She's like, oh, thank you, appreciate it. And I was like, yeah.
That's it. Simple.
Yeah, literally little things like that can make your day.
I didn't bug her because she was like going at it with her squats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, cool.
And she was squatting, bro. Damn.
You talk to her mid-set.
Creep, bro. She's all fucking.
He's like, do you need help with that?
All awkward.
Do you need a spotter?
Right?
I mean, she was done. She racked it up. She was doing her phone, whatever. And I just went up to her and was like, hey, I think you look good in your outfit. She said, oh, thank you. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you see. It made his day, made
hold
her
on.
day.
So
You don't know.
Were you strategizing? Did you do that to plant the seed?
Yeah.
I'm a fucking.
There you go.
Hug you right now, bro.
And now he has a gym bae.
Jim Bay. Wow.
Yeah, we work out.
Stupid. I see what you
They
did there.
definitely work out.
That's funny.
Sometimes you gotta shoot your shot.
Okay, so
You don't know.
I've said this before on this show, like, I'm pretty fucking spoiled. Pretty spoiled, man. I'm a DJ and I'm a comedian. And when I'm out, I know all the promoters and I get introduced to everybody.
Right.
And it's been like that for the last decade and a half.
Right.
So maybe
But you're also good people. Like, since I met you, I think you're super.
And thank you, and I appreciate that. And I like to say I am.
Yeah.
I like to face my fears, and I face my fears. Stand-up comedy is hard. Acting is not easy. Performing in front of 20,000 people is not easy.
Right.
I mean, for me it is, but like in general, I'm playing. No, it was tough. It's getting better. It's pretty
Practice makes
second
perfect.
nature now. Thank
Right.
God. It took a while to get there, but I want to conquer that quote unquote little fear too. To just
Go up to a girl and talk to her?
Yeah,
So
like at a
that's a
bar.
fear for
and that's
you?
I mean, everybody's scared of rejection. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then here's the other thing: I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink. I'm not fucking cool, all right?
Give him his chip, please.
I don't drink. And you know what? But I have, like I said, I'm not a bitter, sober guy. And I have met girls
You
at the
sound bitter
bar.
right now.
Listen, Turbo, give me a shot. I have met girls at the bar and you know what? I've tried it. I did it once, and I'll be honest, I've never said this on the show. I did it once where I was ordering mocktails and getting her drinks, and I felt creepy afterwards. Like I'm over here I'm over here sober because she didn't know that I was drinking mocktails.
Right.
So that's kind of creepy. She's over
I
here.
don't think that's creepy.
No? Okay, good.
Because at some point you would want to tell her, right? Not off the bat, the first time you
Right.
meet her, but if
Because every time I tell people that I don't drink, they look at me like a fucking, like I'm fucking
right,
alien.
they do think you're crazy, Yeah.
Yeah, like what?
Every time I take breaks too, when
Yeah,
I
like
they're
what? You don't
"Why
like
would
to
give
put
that
poison
up?"
in your body? Why not? Come on, drink up.
Right. Society, it's a social thing.
It's a
but-
social thing.
yeah.
And that's like,
But it shouldn't be looked down upon if
That-
you don't drink. Also,
that was my go-to line before
Yeah.
too, man. Like,
It shouldn't be-
let's go grab drinks sometime.
right?
You know what I mean? I don't do that now, especially because every once in a while I post it on my social media. that I'm like, oh, I'm 600 days sober. Oh, I don't make it my whole identity, like I said, but every once in a while I do that. So a lot of people
600
do.
days, 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 2 seconds.
14 seconds. 14. I miss it, and I'm not that bitter sober person, but I think that drinking plays a big part on dating.
But it does. Why don't you drink? Like, why? What made you not drink, if you don't mind me asking?
I wasn't like spiraling down or anything. I was just, I keep it real with what it is.
Right.
I'm in my 40s now. The recovery isn't the same.
Right.
It takes me 2 days. And what was bothering me too is that 3 drinks was fucking my whole next day up. Come on. That's
All that sugar.
Yeah, that's, I mean, no. Oh, yeah, well, I guess
Yeah,
liquor breaks down the
yeah.
sugar or whatever. And I'm like, yo, I can't even hang with 3 drinks. Like, and genetics is
Right,
real.
right.
My homie drinks 9 shots in a night and he wakes up like a champ the next day. And I don't have any time to waste. And the goals that I'm trying to accomplish
Right.
isn't realistic with
Yeah.
the way I was living.
Everyone's recovery is
And
different
they
too.
treat me like a hot chick everywhere I go, bro. Yeah, everywhere
Yeah,
I go, the
want
drinks
him.
are free. Oh my God, let me give you a shot. Here's a bottle for you. What do you want, Zaddy? And these are my homeboys.
Right.
So I miss it. I miss a cold beer. I miss tequila shot. I miss all that. But yeah, so every now and then I'll smoke crack.
Love that. Yeah. Moving on to better, bigger and better, he said.
I miss it though. I'm not gonna lie. I do. I'll have a non-alcoholic beer every now and then,
Right.
which is like sex without an orgasm.
Okay.
And you know what? I like ginger shots just because of the burn, bro. That's how much of an
He wants
alcoholic.
to feel something.
Yeah, that's how much of an alcoholic I used to be, I guess, or recovering alcoholic I am. That burn feels amazing.
Put some turmeric and black pepper.
Yeah.
Burn a little more.
Oh my God.
Some paprika.
It's a paprika. There was
burn.
a girl at
Hey, ginger shots are good for you. I take them all the time.
I love ginger shots. I really like ginger shots. That's funny. Paprika. I met a girl named Paprika and it was a black girl. I'm like, yo, that's funny. I was like, I thought that Paprika sounded like a black girl name. And it's really your name? She's like, yeah, my name's Paprika. I'm like,
Was it
damn.
really?
Yeah. I was like, because I did a joke like that on my stand-up. I was like, hey, I think consommé sounds like a tia. Tia consommé. You know? And Paprika's like a black girl. Paprika! If you don't get your ass over here. What's another one? Okay, we'll work on that joke later. How do you define a healthy relationship?
Respect. A lot of respect. Loyalty.
And I think, sorry, let me just
Yeah.
chime in on that. Respect when they're not around.
Yes.
Respect when they're not around. Because there's a lot of men that are double-sided, or people, I want to say. I don't like to just put men in a box.
Right.
That are double-sided, where they're just like, yeah, they're with their man, they're all about them. They're with their girl, they're all about them.
I've
but as
seen
soon
it.
as they separate, there's no
That
respect.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're over there wilding, doing things they shouldn't be, talking to people they shouldn't be. Loyalty is very rare these days. Why do you think I'm single? That's
Do
literally
you, do you consider yourself like an old school?
Yes,
soul?
I'm such an old school.
Yeah, I was born in the
love
wrong
R&B.
era.
Yes. Oh my God. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I want that 90s R&B love.
I do. Where can we find it? No, but I really am. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a saint, but I did grow up with my mom having good morals, good values. And I just want to find a good man that loves me. Like I said earlier,
Do you
I
have a
just want to be
type?
loved, tall guys,
I hate tall guys. They're
tall, dark, and handsome.
They're so not funny, man. Those tall guys, and their life
But they're-
expectancy is like 80. They're gonna die fast.
6 feet in a place.
That's crazy.
I know. I
And
don't
their
know
FICO
why.
score is so low, man. Short guys, we gotta make money. We gotta have big members.
Right.
You know what I mean. No, you know what? It's a preference. I actually prefer tall women.
Right.
So if you're under 5'6", next. I don't blame you. If I was a girl, I'd prefer a tall man for sure.
I don't know what it is. I've always liked tall guys. Like
You and every other girl.
right?
Yeah.
But 6 and up.
Yeah.
I'm very specific on the height, but I don't know.
But you see,
Where
like,
is
and,
he?
and if it's, do you prefer
also,
Latinos
like-
or black men? Is that cool?
All my boyfriends were Latinos, so
Okay, so you've
But
been
I'd be
able to
open.
target the 1% because they say only 1% of Latinos are over 6 feet.
Right, exactly. My last recent relationship, though, he was tall, but they can be a problem because they're good looking and
You know,
they're pretty. They're pretty boys, and then what?
You know-
they think they're prettier than you at some point.
Melissa, God didn't give me hype for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm already a problem.
If you had
you know what the
everything-
fuck going on? Oh my God. Imagine me over 6 feet, bro. The fuck out.
It'd be over for these
I don't need this
hoes,
fucking show, bro. How are you getting bitches right now, dog?
and that's how they talk. That's literally how tall
Bro,
guys
I'm
talk.
already a problem, dog. Imagine me at
Imagine
6.
that.
Jay Valentino at 6'2", bro. Insert body type with my face on it right here. Me at 6'2", bro. I would fucking act a fool, dog. But here's the other thing. Guys that are over 6 feet, there's a lot of pressure on them.
Why?
You have to have a big member. If
Yeah.
you're over 6 feet and you're not packing, bro. And you know what? Girls have told me that their tall boyfriend was the same size as me down there. And I'm not saying I'm huge, but that goes to say something. It's not always like that, all right? Tall guys are like this. Short guys are like this, all right? Bam! Insert eggplant emoji, bitch. Sorry, I got a little passionate about that.
Sorry, guys. He had a little moment.
My dad is 6'2". That's what gets me mad.
Oh, really?
Look at her eyes glue. Yeah, my dad's
Damn.
6'2".
What happened?
I asked my mom what happened because my brothers are a decent height. They're 5'10", 5'11". So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, what happened with me? She's like, no, mijo, you were a quickie.
It's because, I was like, they didn't make you with love.
She said that the rest of me landed on her leg. I'm still recuperating. Yeah. But you know what? My dad, that's 6'2",
The dad.
wasn't even really around. So how big of a man is he?
Oh.
Exactly. We'll cry. Oh, I'll cry later about that, okay?
Oh,
right now, this is about you.
Daddy issues? Or is that what I'm hearing? I'm just
You know what? This show's about you right now. And by
Can
the
we
way,
get a tissue, please?
you have to be over 5'9" to donate your man juice. Crazy, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Sperm banks, men have to be over 5'9".
Why?
Because you don't want no fucking leprechaun running around.
Don't want to.
Short man.
Yeah. We don't.
So yeah, I have tall homies and I know they're a problem.
They are.
So does that play a role? Does that make you a little insecure? Like, fuck, this fool. Because here's the other thing. Girls only like guys that get girls.
Why is that? Okay, so I've heard that before because I know,
Yeah, you don't want no fool that gets no B words.
but I wouldn't say like my last relationship was what? Not even a year? Almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
My recent one. It was like a year ago. He said that too. But it's just like I said, they're a problem. I thought
But do you want a guy that doesn't get girls? You see?
No.
And okay, and I'm not picking on you, and I'm not looking
Right,
down
no,
on you.
no.
And I'm not being
But
a
it does
dick
make
about
sense.
it.
That's
It makes
why I stayed
sense.
quiet.
I asked, look, my assistant Renee, she's a good-looking girl, right? Renee's pretty, right? Good-looking, nice body. She has a big natural butt, blah, blah, blah. She's a good-looking girl. She's like, guys are dogs these days, blah, blah,
They
blah,
are.
this and that. I'm like, well, Renee, would you settle for like a guy like this? And I pointed like at a nerdy guy or like a
Right.
guy that you could just look, probably a beta, looks timid,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, no. I'm like, well, you know what? I mean, I'm not being
Guilty.
judgmental, but he looks like he
Right.
doesn't really get girls. You want a guy that gets girls, right? She's like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm like, girls like guys that get girls.
we like the bad boys. Why is it? I know.
I don't know, man.
Why?
I don't know. P. Diddy likes the bad boys too. That's crazy. It's crazy. He even named his record label Bad Boy. I don't know how he got that record label name.
Everything's
right?
making sense now.
Him and
Bring out the baby oil.
Him and a dude came out of the room. You're a bad boy. That's the label. That's the name.
We're making a band.
You know, dude. She just said her age right now. That's funny. Making the
Danity
band.
Kane? Come on.
Danity Kane.
Day 26.
Day 26.
I used to love watching that show, but he was mean.
Yeah.
He was always an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's
And
all
then
making sense.
Come to find
now.
out, he likes assholes.
Right.
Literally.
Yikes.
So being that you're into these, tall dudes, does it like I said, does it make you
It's
little
heartbreaking because you want it to work, but like I said, then they start thinking that they're prettier than you. They're what? Can we be equal? Why can't two good looking people be equal. Like, but also it's probably like other.
So what if
things.
he's like? I mean, but I've seen dudes that are like a 7 in the face, a 6 in the face, and just
Right.
6'4", and still pull.
right?
So why does he have to be?
It's also the charisma and how they
Yeah,
talk to you. They sweet talk you. They say what you want to hear.
yeah. Like her eyes lit up when she said
See?
that.
It's true. And you're just like, what? That's me.
You know,
I hate it here.
I think you could.
See, we're both at loss for words.
Yeah, I think it's.
He likes tall girls. I like tall
I like
guys.
tall
and
girls, man.
We're both short.
The reason I like all girls, but the reason I say that is because
You
I
like
have.
thick girls? Tiny girls. What's your type, actually?
You know what? This interview is about you. No, I like women. Like, I know it sounds cliche for me to just say, but I like women. Middle Eastern, black, white,
BBW?
Asian. I mean, it's like a thing that
Or you
guys
like
just want to conquer
Big booty Latinas.
once or twice. Yeah, I like natural.
Like BBL?
I like petite women too. The girl that I last dated was petite, like very petite, like 100 pounds, 5'1".
So you don't discriminate.
I don't.
So you have no type.
But no.
That's the worst.
No,
I'm
look,
just-
no. But the type that I'll settle down with would be in between 5'1" and 5'4", Latina, brunette, gym booty, boobs doesn't matter. If they're big, cool. If they're not, cool. I like perky though. Pretty face, face has to be pretty. And once again, I'm not being
like I'm being
shallow. It's just
described right
preference.
now.
I used to think I was shallow by wanting that.
Right.
No, it's not shallow. It's preference. Her preference is tall men. I am single, and yeah, I have been with a 5'10" woman
Right.
with a big butt, and I have been with a thicker woman with a big butt, big natural boobs. So it's like, yeah, but to settle with that little frame, that little Salma Hayek frame, I like gym butts too now. Gym butts are. I never been a
butts are
BBL.
the best.
I never been a BBL guy.
Natural booty.
Yeah.
The gym booties are the best.
Gym booties are the best. Ladies keep squatting.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
squats are not in anymore.
No, what is it?
Hip thrusts.
Oh yeah, everybody's.
Hip thrusts.
So I don't go
I
up
used
to
to-
I don't go
so
up to a
I've
girl at
been
the
a-
gym when she's doing these, right? Is that weird?
Abduction.
All right, yeah. This fool goes up to girls when he's like chilling. I'm mid set. You can see my print. Can you please talk to me later or not?
No, I tried that before. I got a cramp.
Oh, it's for girls, bro. It's for girls.
Because I was trying to sit down and talk to
What
her.
kind of cramp?
Yeah.
Where?
He's like, no, I'm non-binary.
I was just trying to sit down with her.
Hey, a lot of guys do a lot of stuff. Tell me what. Recently, I just saw all the Stairmasters take it and they were all guys.
I like the Stairmaster.
Like, why?
It's great cardio. It's to the point. I could burn 400 calories in under 25 minutes.
Okay, sassy.
Yeah, no, it's good cardio. But
Right.
I used to think it was kind of like fruity to work on your glutes as a man.
Right.
But
I think no. Guys with have a nice booty.
yes, but
should.
now I'm doing it more for sure. And the hip thrust
Right.
is a vibe.
Good.
Are you ever gonna move back to LA?
I don't know. I would want to move, but not to LA, I think. And not back to
How you like
Ventura
Orange
either.
County? Because I think
It's
location
nice.
matters.
Oh, definitely. Location does matter. You know where I would want to move? And I've thought about it recently? San Diego.
San Diego's a vibe.
San Diego is a vibe.
San
Every
Diego-
time me and my friends go, we
People
love
are
it.
fucking
Right next
cool,
to
man.
Mexico. Like, we
People-
love going to Mexico.
People are cool as fuck in San
Hong
Diego.
Kong. Just
Oh, hey, she brought that up. Yo. Look,
It's
she'll
a
go,
vibe. It's
go to a brothel
fun.
and get a BBL the same night.
Hey, we like to have fun. We're not boring over here.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're trying to find love, I'm not sure.
No, where can you, please tell me where? Where can you find love at now? Please.
I don't know, man.
Can't say Texas or freaking Mississippi.
I mean, all my exes live in Texas, like I'm George Strait, you know?
Miami, hell no.
Oh my God, no.
New York, where?
New York.
Maybe, I don't know. I would say London, but I don't know.
You know what? New York people are cool. I think I just got back from New York. I did comedy in New York 2
Are
months
you
ago.
from New York even?
Yeah, New York people are cool.
They're
It's
cool.
just
I like New York, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't live there.
I feel like the vibe out there is like nobody's comparing themselves really. Like I didn't see
No,
that.
it's-
Even on within the guys, like they're not haters, you know. I don't know. I like that vibe. So
I
I
love
think
it.
that you could possibly find something there.
I love it because it's very fashion and style.
Oh my God, yes.
I'm super into fashion and style, so I think they for sure take
Oh, yes.
number one for when it comes to fashion. I love it too. Just the vibe, like you said. The people are actually cool.
I couldn't tell who was black or Latino, man. It
Right.
was crazy. I was talking to a black dude and he's like,
Don't
sounded
me.
like an alpha.
Don't me.
He's like, yo te quiero dar en cuatro. All right, I'll stop. But it was a vibe.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, look, I'm not big on dating apps. Are you?
No, I've never been. on
Okay,
dating
so
apps.
that, I think it goes,
I believe in organic.
it goes against faith, I think,
Yeah.
when you're looking for it.
It does.
But I have had girls on this show that found the love of their life. My friend
Right.
just got proposed to by a dude that she met on
Right.
Tinder.
And
And
it's also like those dating shows. I don't watch them, but
oh, right. There's a Latino show right now that's really popular
Is there?
too. Yeah.
I don't watch that.
He just found love on Grindr. It's crazy. Like everybody's
Right.
finding love everywhere. Grindr's a gay app.
Oh,
tall.
love is love.
Love is love. Tall, doesn't have to have the best job, has to have charisma.
Funny.
You know,
you
I
have
mean,
to
but
make
here,
me
okay,
laugh.
all right, let's move a little forward. Like, okay, so he's tall and he's cool and he's loyal. You know, you want to move forward. Finances play a big role. We need
Right.
money.
Right.
And I know you said you're not big on that, but it's a
It's a
necessity.
necessity. Yeah, it is.
So are you okay with providing or being the breadwinner? If that's the case,
No. You still have to make more than me.
you know, you're kind of contradicting yourself,
Yeah.
Melissa Raya.
I know. Sorry. Raya.
Raya. Yeah.
I know it sounds contradicting. I know.
Yeah, but why'd you have to go there?
Right?
We're having a good conversation,
Damn
Jay.
it, why you gotta ruin it?
Because it's true, man. I mean, I was in the strip club industry for a while. I heard a lot of dressing room talk.
Right.
He's fucking cute. He has a third leg, but he's fucking broke, girl. He spent the night at my house 3 days in a row. I think he's fucking, using me low key.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, he is.
He is. Definitely.
He's unhoused, and there's girls.
Okay, there's boundaries. There's lines we don't cross, though.
Yeah.
Too much.
Because I don't know. I mean, and then here's the thing, though. Look, 6 figures is not that much anymore. That's $8,000 a month, bro. 6 figures, 8,200 or some shit a month, something like that. That's if he's good with his finances. He can't be going. You guys can't be going to Javier's often.
Right.
He could, get like a little 1-bedroom for, $2,500 a month. You got to think about these things.
No, you
know what I
do,
mean?
you do.
And because I've seen relationships, go south because of it.
No, it's definitely a hard subject for sure.
Oh,
But now that you put me on the spot, no, he has to make more money. A man has to make more money than the woman because that's his job to provide and protect.
I think you're low key wrong. I'll be honest.
think
I say
so?
this why because you're a bright girl, like
Yeah.
you're a smart chick, you're
Right.
dope. Fuck, man. What if your shit fucking blows up?
Right.
And this fool, yeah, he's making $250,000 a year, which is a lot of money. It's great money. It's great money. Not a lot. It's great money, though. Great money. And you're over here, you just broke $1 million in a couple of months because your shit took off.
Right.
So does that change things?
In what aspect? Like, would I leave him?
Not
Is that
leave
what you're
him, but
saying?
like, okay, like, I think girls will just act up if they make more than the guy. They'll easily act up.
No, I don't think it would be a bad thing. I mean, if you guys have a good relationship, and like you said,
Yeah.
at some point,
Yeah, like look at ASAP Rocky and Rihanna.
oh,
But I think that's different. I think there's like, if we really got to dig into detail with that
Right.
because, yeah,
and now
ASAP
she's
Rocky.
pregnant for the third time.
Yeah, exactly. Because, okay, ASAP was worth $40 million when they met and Rihanna was worth 100, 250 or whatever. So I think when it's at that level, it's different. But I don't know. I think as a man, me personally, I would want to.
A girl that makes
love-
more than you?
No. I like being the
then?
bread. I like being the bread.
Then?
No, that's me though.
Right. But you think I would want to be the
Yeah.
breadwinner and not the guy? Really? You think I'd...
No.
Is that what it seems?
I mean, you look like a girl
Looks
that's
like
on
I
it.
lower my standards?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because you seem kind of shallow about the tall shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to find yourself a broke tall dude. And you're going to be like, you know what? He makes okay money. Right, Daddy? You're good. I'll pay for
Okay,
it.
no.
And I'll be at the mall hugging you from behind.
Well, when you put it that way, I know it sounds bad.
About the traditional love, though, like, would you still want to get married and all that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Still want to get married, have kids.
You have two parents? Like, both of your parents still together?
No, they're not together. I pretty much grew up with my mom only.
Okay.
My dad was there physically, but not emotionally. That definitely affects a person.
100%.
Daddy issues, I think.
100%, same.
Yeah, I did a better job now for sure. I moved past them. I think I've healed from it. But they
Yeah.
do play
100%. Your upbringing is 100% plays a
Yeah.
big role. You know, I used to lash out for attention when I was younger,
right.
and I think it just took a lot of work on myself to like get to this, I guess, where I'm at today. But it's work. A lot of people don't put in the work. When I say work, it's like, you know, work on yourself, you know, especially a lot of people are hopeless romantics. You know, a lot of people want love.
Me.
Like but I think you got to work on yourself first,
Right.
you know, because you
Right.
can't love somebody if you don't love
You
yourself.
don't love yourself. Yes.
You know, and when I say work on yourself, is like, dude, number one, this body is an engine and you got to take care of
Right.
it. If you work out, for me, I'm really big on working out.
Right.
And work out, that, you know, getting blood flow through
agree.
the brain, it really helps your mental health,
It does. That's
you know?
definitely. I've been working out for years, and that's literally one of.
Yeah, I would probably go crazy without working out.
Yeah, it's definitely a therapy.
100%. So I think working on yourself, which takes effort,
A lot of effort,
a lot, because I don't
and I think we all need therapy.
100%.
We all do.
Elaborate on that. Why?
Because we all have gone through traumas. We all have a different background, different things that we don't speak of. And I think it should be spoken. Then we get into relationships, we're not healed properly, and then you bring these negative things into it. Like I said, previously I was single for 3 years. I thought I was healed. I was like, I think I'm ready to date. And then I dated, my ex-boyfriend recently, and then I was like, wait, I'm not healed. Like I started catching myself doing certain things that I thought I healed from.
Right.
And then obviously you got to do it again. Then it doesn't work out, but then you should work on yourself again, being single, and work on those little defects that we have, little flaws. So,
Right. So you think somebody should be by themselves for a while after a breakup?
Yes, definitely. That's what worked for me for sure. And I've told my friends too, like, it helps. It's hard. It's not easy. It's painful.
But I think also being alone for a long time could be a little.
It can get lonely. No, it is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's hard.
It could get lonely, but it could also get a little
what?
addicting for me at
Yes.
least.
How they say, once you're alone, you
Yeah.
love being alone too much.
There's little quotes that say, be careful with those people that are okay with being alone. You know,
'Cause we
they'll
love to
drop
be
you in a
alone.
heartbeat. And it's usually like a girl posting that quote, speaking in the third person. She'll drop you in a heartbeat. The
Right.
fuck? Where's the third person? Oh, fucking gross,
Right.
bro. Everything's in the third person. She's strong. Who the fuck is she? Show me her. Fucking.
She is I.
She's high. What the fuck?
I am her.
Yo,
kidding.
that's crazy.
It's true though. Like I've gone solo dates. I think
All right,
movies, going to the movies, all that. Like
Cool.
it's good to enjoy time by yourself, but it's
good.
true, like you said, you
Yeah,
do
it's good to
enjoy
be-
it too much.
It's okay to do solo dates, okay? You'll look like a loser, but you know what?
No, you won't.
It's healthy.
When you're confident in yourself.
Nah, you know what?
no.
All right, I'll be honest.
Don't
I've,
listen to him.
I've been to the movies. I could count it. I've been to the movies about 5 times by myself.
He's lying.
I swear. I have. Because when I worked at the strip club, I just had the day to myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go watch this movie
He's like,
by
too
myself.
much booty in my face. Let me.
Yeah, I'm like, after all that ass. No,
I
but
feel
I've done
dirty.
But she's right though. Yeah, do shit on your own. I've gone to the movies a few times by myself. I eat by myself all the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
I like to.
And I've been living by myself for a decade now. Yeah. By the way, ladies, when you spend the night, when you're hanging out with the guy at his place, don't assume that he's okay with you spending the night. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right. I always have to lie and be like, get fully dressed and be like, all right, well, I gotta get going. It's 10 o'clock. Yeah, I have a meeting. Actors. Oh my God.
Why can't you be honest?
You know what? Look, because
Why can't you be honest?
There's been times where a girl takes her spend a night bag when I didn't say bring it up. If the guy brings it up, and I have, like I've been with girls that are super cool that I actually like conversing with, and yeah, hey, you know what? If you want, you could crash out here. Okay, cool. And then she brings her whore bag, and
Is that what you call it?
they're no hoochie bags, and that's fine if the guy brings it up. But if she shows up to visit with her bag, that's crazy. I'm like, how many dudes have you done that with, Stacy? Are you one of those? No. Okay. It's like it struck a chord.
I'm like, what?
What? What's wrong with
Only
that?
with my ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
of course.
it.
Of course. Yeah, take your little top Uggs and your sweats and your Alo sweats. It's
Maybe
fine.
I went to go spin the block with my night bag.
But I have done that.
I'm
That's
outside.
crazy. Or the morning. There was times when I used to drink. We'd knock out together and be like, "The fuck she spent?" Then I'll do the whole get ready at. 6
But
in
why?
the morning.
Okay, you don't want her to spend the night. Then why invite her over to your place?
For selfish reasons.
Of course. Well,
Yeah.
we know, but
That's when I'm still single, but that's when I was like, I've
At
always
Sam's.
been like not as focused as I am now.
right.
I can't. Do
Your
that.
priorities were
My
different.
priorities were way different. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're almost 50, yeah. You have to
Listen,
get it.
Turbo. Listen, candy nipples. Listen. Oh, 2
Where's
years
that
away
from?
from 30. I don't know, I just made that up.
Oh,
You're 28.
yes, sir.
Do you want to have kids?
Yes, I do.
What is your cutoff age for kids?
For a woman?
For a woman? For you?
Well, they do say 35.
There's girls having kids at 40.
Right.
Statistics show that more girls are having kids in their 40s now than 15-year-olds,
And
which
they
is,
only have one.
and they only have one.
Yeah.
You want to have a basketball team?
I used to want like 5.
That's a basketball team.
Yeah. So, yeah. But
You're like at 2 or 3 now?
now, yeah. Every year it goes down by 1.
You start visiting your friends. Oh, shit. This is what 5 looks like?
Right.
Wait, they all eat? They all got to be fed? Okay. Got it. They all poop too. Okay, that's gross.
Right.
That's gross. All right, let's bring it down to 2.
And then I have this crazy idea that I want twins. I don't know why. I
So
just
now you
always
could
said that I want
you could
twins.
manipulate that. You know that, right?
Right. Yes.
Which I think it's going against. I don't know if you're religious.
God's.
Yeah,
I'm very religious. I grew up.
yeah, it's going against God's plan for sure.
Yeah.
And
no,
what
you
if
don't
one
do
just
that.
comes out fucking evil and shit?
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't mess with that. Whatever God has for me will be for me. That's another thing with relationships too. For a little bit, I was just, oh, my time's ticking because social media and people around you, like, parents, your family. Oh my God, when, mija? X, Y, and Z. Like my mom too. She's been wanting grandkids. I'm like, but when the time comes, I'm in no rush.
I think it'll happen. It's cliche to say it. It'll happen when you least expect it.
Definitely.
It happens when you're not looking for it. And I'm still
You're still
optimistic.
looking for it? Damn.
I'm still
so I have to
optimistic.
wait 40. How many years?
No, I'm gonna be that meme, right? Dudes be like, all right, I'm ready to settle down, and they're like 70. They're all,
In his wheelchair
they're in their fucking electric wheelchair with
with his diaper on.
right. What my depends.
I'm ready to settle down so
Ready to
someone
settle down now.
can change my diaper.
Can you grab that Viagra? I think 43, 45 for men when they have their shit together is a sexy ass
But
age
you guys
to
have
settle
that
down.
advantage. Men are better when they're older. They look better. They're more mature. Obviously,
Some
Yes,
men. And I was
yes.
gonna be a comedian right now and be like, yeah, you're right. I was gonna agree with you. No,
Right.
but some men. Happy to say that my
people-
throwback pictures don't look bad.
Right.
My nutrition was horrible when I was a kid.
right.
I used to think hot Cheetos and camarones was it every day.
Oh my God.
And Corona beers. It was bad.
Ew.
It was bad. But I snapped out of it. Health is number one on my priority. It's non-negotiable.
wealth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if a man takes care of himself, then I think how hard a man works and puts into himself, That's the kind of quality of woman he could
Yeah.
get and deserve. You know?
Because we pay attention to a man's hygiene. I do all the time.
Oh yes.
Big, super big.
Oh
on
my
hygiene.
God, that's a big deal, fellas. That's a gem she just dropped right there. I try to give the fellas advice right here. Hygiene, bro.
Hygiene is a
Go-
non-negotiable. I don't know if you
Hygiene,
asked
bro.
that earlier.
Smell your armpits right now, dog. Exactly. Why does it smell, dog? Why are you making the right guard go left? You got to work on that. Hygiene is a big deal. Get yourself some good cologne. Don't get fucking Curve from 1990. Get yourself some 1 million. Valentino's really good. Baccarat, delicious. Hygiene.
Basic.
Hygiene's a big deal. It's actually a $350 cologne for 8 ounces. So
Dior.
it's-
And then he's going to say Dior. I'm surprised.
no, I skipped that. Spice Bomb is really good too, by the way. Hygiene matters. They say that the sense of smell is one of the things that they'll remember you for more than anything.
Bring
So
those pheromone oils.
yeah. So what is it?
Pheromone oils.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like those little roll-on oils. I use them all the time. They have some for guys too.
They do?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's for more for girls.
It is,
Okay.
but they make some for guys.
Well, if you're a guy that's into guys, you could use that. But hygiene is a big deal. Floss,
Very.
brush, mouthwash, and
You have to
visit your
have nice
dentist.
teeth.
And you have to have nice teeth, even if they're veneers.
Fake.
Zoom in. Yeah, I think that all plays a big role. And my mom always raised me with they treat you how they see you. So I think, a lot of these Gen Z kids, are you Gen Z? I think you're Gen Z. They don't like to iron. Like, look at his wrinkled ass shirt, No, it's not wrinkled. But a lot of these, I think everything has to,
Look good. You have to
I
look
think-
presentable all the time. Yeah.
well, you'd be surprised. I've had some guests that are like, no, I don't care if they're shoes. It don't matter. I'm
Right.
like, yo.
Right.
Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and I've
no.
also had my homegirl, Luz Bastos. She's a comedian. I'm like, how do you feel about, guys with clean shoes or even girls? Oh my God, she had an accent. Oh my God, girls with dirty shoes? Imagine how her pussy stinks. I'm like, yo. But she was right.
It's right.
Yeah. All right, babe, before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to ask me?
I have this question that I like to ask people.
Oh,
Do you think a man should love a woman more or the woman should love the man more?
that's a great question.
No right or wrong answer.
That's a great question, Melissa Raya, but pronounced Raya.
Raya.
I think a
Not
woman should love her man more. Not just because I'm being misogynistic and a machismo or because I'm a man. If he deserves it. Fuck, that's a tricky one. Because the one who loves less doesn't get hurt as much. Like the last couple of relationships I've been in, they've liked me more. And I like it that way. That's not
So you can
politically
hurt them?
correct. That's not politically correct. And I wasn't hurting them.
Did you break their heart?
No. The last couple of relationships that I've been in, I was an adult about shit. I think one of them I just wasn't feeling it anymore.
Right.
And the other one wasn't peaceful.
Right.
And I was verbal about it and I communicated like an adult. I wasn't leading anybody on or
Right.
had her on the side while I did
Right.
my thing. But I don't know. I feel like the way it was, them liking me more. How about you?
I think the man should love the woman more. Men are more likely to cheat. Men are less loyal.
I'm not
They
going
have
against
less self-control.
that. That's a good.
And I think once a guy actually does love you more, they're more careful about how they treat you, how they deal with you, how they respect you behind your back. So
I respect that. That was a good question. That was the best question any girl's ever asked me, Cubs. Really good. Good shit.
I love to talk about deep conversations. I love having these conversations. So
That was good.
yeah.
Well, Melissa Raya, I know you're going to have a little 2-hour drive right now to good old Bakersfield. Bakersfield. What's that one thing you guys pass on the right-hand side of the freeway when you're headed up there? What is it, corn? What is it? Oranges. That orange place.
I don't know.
No, you never seen it? No. What's it called? I said it on my stand-up once. I'm like, I love Bakersfield. I know that when I'm passing that orange factory, I'm getting close. And then
Oh
everybody's...
no, that's after
I think
Bakersfield.
that's
That's going to Fresno.
you're passing cuties.
Cuties.
But that's going to
yes.
Fresno.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, they all look the same
Ew.
to me. Yeah, it's all
We
that.
don't. That's central. Ew.
Central Cali's not it.
Central.
I thought Bakersfield was considered Central Cali.
No.
No?
We almost. We're in the line right at the border. Just
Wow.
Just kidding.
Speaking of
I
Central
don't
Cali,
know.
if you follow me on Instagram, I do stand up comedy. I'm gonna be hitting Fresno, Visalia, and Bakersfield in mid-July. So be on the lookout for those dates. Melissa Raya, it
Nice.
was a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're
It was a
amazing.
pleasure
I love
to
your
be on.
perspective. And yeah, I'll see you soon. But that was an amazing show right there. Another hot episode of She's Not That Into You. I'm Jay Valentino. Where can they find you at?
Melly Araya _.
On all
Yeah,
social media
everywhere.
platforms?
TikTok, social media. I have a clothing brand that I'm working on. It's coming soon. Raya Apparel. So follow that too.
There it is. I'll see you guys soon. It's your boy Jay Valentino.